Here I am in the harsh winter of Colorado, pondering in this whole saga of the Alpha Cup by the name of Jack Murphy. Thus, I ponder the question of what can be learned from this scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Art Baraka. Welcome to my channel. Oh yes, things have gotten worse and worse from Mr. Jack Robocock Murphy. We have a lot of things that's been taking place. We first find out about the articles, then he tried to slide the blames onto Miss Watson, and then he actually came after the individual by the name of Jeremy, from the Quartering.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I have been banned. That's right. Apparently, Mr. JM's War Room is working overtime, getting YouTube videos struck down, getting people's Twitter accounts suspended. And even though I extended an olive branch personally to Jack in private conversations, he decided to go forward and continue with his crusade against me for speaking truth. This weird lull suit that he thinks he's going to bring is doomed to fail, doomed to cost him tens, if not, $100,000 plus in legal fees, in which he will have to share all of his personal information. He's going to have to share all of his private chats in his liminal order. It's going to be a disaster. I said I was going to be done with this and leave it all alone, but apparently he's still working behind the scenes to, using his words, destroy me.
Of course, like every alpha male tend to do, he started going on a manhunt, flagging down channels, flagging down Twitter accounts. The Red Pill community is a bunch of guys that had some bad problems when it comes to relationship. They have been divorced. Some of them, they felt like they are sexually frustrated. So they came to the Red Pill space and they let out their frustration. And of course, you have like those PUAs after the players got played. So now they want to reinvent themselves from pickup artists to Red Pill coaches. The thing with Mr. Jack Murphy, after his divorce, he was going through some very, very dark time in his life. His sexual frustration, coupled with so many other things, he wanted to have ownership of their sexuality.
For the backstory, he was married, right? And then he got divorced. And so then, of course, like...
Oh, that chick was his wife.
Well, the current chick that he was cuckolding is now his current wife. Yes.
Oh God.
Beforehand, he wasn't a sex-deprived marriage, which he wrote about it. That's the whole thing with the Red Pill rage, right? A lot of guys, when they actually get off a relationship, they now look at women as in like, I'm gonna punish you by effing the crap out of you. So they just like try to run through women as much as they could and try to fulfill that fantasy, that thirst that has been deprived from them when they were in a relationship. Here's the problem with this. I'm not trolling him because of, the cuckolding or all the crap that he did, right? Whatever you do, that's your business. I don't care about that. The problem is like a lot of these guys, especially in the Red Pill space, right? They claim that they want female modesty, but that's not really what they want. Because if you want female modesty, then you would actually be very highly critical of a woman that's on, let's say, OnlyFans or, show nude pictures of themselves and whatnot, right? So you would bash them, call them all types and that, right? But yet you would be willing to actually show pictures of a woman that entrusted you with, like, let's say her selfies, nude pictures and like that. You're willing to show your boys. So that just proved that you don't care about women modesty. You only care about being in control of female sexuality. With Jack Murphy, he's like, well, I wasn't in control of the sexual relationship within my marriage. So now I'm gonna be in control of that. That's why he was bragging about being a dominant male, having
Yeah, like they have
doing
the
a whole
weird
bunch of stuff.
look, got to shave the head, grow the beard out, look
Yeah,
as
all
tough
that
as
stuff, right? So you
possible.
gotta look alpha.
I've always suspected dudes that look like that have that kind of archetype. And you know what I'm talking about? Those dudes that look like
Yeah.
overly like try hard militant types, right? And then you have these like, cute, petite, sexy girls. And I'm always just like, yeah, bro. Yeah, she like brothers.
Yeah, I know. But yo, it get worse. It get worse.
He
Right?
likes
But here's
brothers
the
on the low.
thing. Here's a funny thing, right? Here's a funny thing. Because I understand Jack. I understand him because when you come to the red pill space, right? And being a fuck boy, that's a young man's sport, right? It's like, when you're on your late teen or early 20s, you're just like running through chicks and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure like some of us have been passengers on a few trains. When you come into a space where there's a lot of younger men, and then you now try to show how much alpha you are, and the best way to do that is by going overboard. See, like, see, guys, you see, this chick do whatever the hell I want her to do.
George's not even trying hard. Bad kitty.
That's why, I make her bang Mac on Tinder, everything that I want to do.
I got her with Tyrone.
Yeah.
I linked them both up. They in my other apartment right now because I'm great value, okay?
Yeah, exactly, right?
And I just texted her, and she texted me back, and she said she's going to be all right tonight. Don't wait up.
Yo,
Y'all young
Jack,
kids out there, this is how you do it.
yeah. Jack, listen, if you're looking, bro, I got no beef with you because I got my application on Tinder. So if you ever need some extra time, you want somebody to actually keep your girl company, I got her back, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, Jack, what you're doing is absolutely noble, bro. All right, so just send your girl's Tinder link over, all right, brother, and I will help you fulfill your mission.
And of course, being an F-boy, it's a young man's sport. When you came through this red pill rage and this red pill space, and you try to show these guys, even though you got your personal problems you haven't yet resolved, but you try to show these guys, see, I am the man, I'm the alpha, I own their bodies. And thus, to make himself feel better, he sent out his woman out there to do some peculiar things, some shaming things, and now that he's actually ashamed of.
I know the shame. He wants a shame.
The lesson is this: you put your business out there for the whole world to see, because out of temporary anger, out of a temporary satisfaction of you stroking your ego, might say, then when it's time for you to make a career adjustment, when it's time for you to move on from the efferys that have been plaguing your past, and now you find yourself in a predicament. Mr. Jack Murphy is a conservative. He maybe in the future was trying to run for office, and now he can't do that no more now, can he? Of course not. But there's also one more alternative, one more perspective that I want to bring to the table. When he's talking about his sexcapade videos, and one of the excuses that he used was he was broke, he didn't have any money, so then he turned to porn. Now imagine this. Usually, when women are in a dire situation, when they have financial problems, they tend to gear towards selling some coochie. And men, when they have some dire situation, they turn into crime, robbery, so on and so forth. So it kind of shows me, why is that the first thought popping to your head when you wanted to make extra money is to be a virtual prostitute? Is that the alpha male thing to do?
I don't think so.
The first thought that pops into your mind is that you're gonna sell your body. You're gonna make money by selling your body, like what do? I mean, Am I old school? I thought, like, you know, being alpha, there's a certain standard. There are certain sacrifices that you have to make. You have to have a certain moral ground or certain morality. But who knows? Well, I'm not out here calling myself alpha every 5 minutes. And there's a saying, right, from the Game of Thrones when Joffrey, I forgot his name, this little twat, and then he was claiming that I'm the king. Siri, post it out there real quick.
I could have your tongue out for saying that.
Let him make his threats. He's a bitter little man.
Lord Tyrion should apologize immediately. Unacceptable, disrespectful, and in very bad taste.
I am the king! I will punish you.
Any man who must say, I am the king, is no true king.
And it's a good say. It is a good say. If you constantly have to remind people how much of an alpha you are, sir, you are no alpha at all. And that goes for all you dipwit out there in this space. If you have to tell people how much of a king you are, how much of a pro-black you are, how much of a alpha male that you are none of these things. You are not. Anyways, I'm your host, Art Banaka. Share, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.